Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 14th going to the 20th of August. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. Ooh, I wonder if we had this similar energy for you last week actually. Oh, I'm getting good vibes. All right. Oh, there's some beautiful energy coming through for you guys this week, Sagittarius. All right, overall energy, please. Ooh. As I'm saying that, you did get a few troubling cards. So I feel like it's from hardship that this is happening with. So your first card that came up was a Chariot. I wasn't quite ready to accept it, so I was considering to just leave it as the theme for the week. So things are moving fast, very quickly. You're becoming very balanced. Some of you might be traveling, some of you might be planning to travel, some of you might just feel like you're finally moving forward with your life, which is incredible. That may have happened because of this energy, Pisces energy. You have the Ten of Swords and you have the Hanged Man. This could be looking at an ending differently. So whether that is something that happened in the past or something that might be happening within this week, I feel like if there is anything negative that's happening this week, it will not last for long. This will not impact you that deeply because the rest of your cards are extremely positive. It completely outweighs any bad that may have been happening. So the Hanged Man with the Ten of Swords, there was a situation maybe outside of your control that came to a halt, came to an end. This could even be, sometimes the Ten of Swords is sometimes like a past self coming to a close, coming to an end, like you're changing as a person. You're able now to observe who you were, the mistakes that you made, and maybe this is what you're actually looking at differently. I like that. You're observing yourself. Some of you, it could be, again, an actual ending. Breakup, separation, something that, did not end very well. But for a lot of you, I think this is a past self. I am sensing a transformation within you. Most importantly, you're taking control of your life. And I think in the past, you may have had other people try to control you, or you felt out of control. Like you felt, I want to say the word weak. You were not ever weak, Sagittarius, but that's how you saw yourself, okay? Like maybe because of the fact that you felt that you didn't make the decisions that you should have made, or didn't do the things I think your way of looking at your past self was along those lines of judging, which is, we do that, but now you're looking at it differently. There's a lot more self-love coming through, where instead of judging what happened, whether it is yourself, whether it is a situation, you're looking at it differently. You're actually looking at it more as lessons, and I think looking at yourself with empathy, I think you've changed a lot. The Hanged Man is kind of looking at this with more enlightenment. Like you're able to kind of understand where you went wrong, understand what decisions, I think you already knew that, but it's more with not judgment. Pisces is not actually a very judgmental energy, with more empathy, but most importantly, you're looking at it in order to observe. I think you're using your past to empower your future, which is beautiful how you're able to do that. So if not, then that is your advice for the week, because this is a very good way of you dealing with what may have happened. If situations, I'm so sorry if you hear any banging in the background. If situations happen that went against you, behind your back, I think you've learned about friendships, you've learned about people, you've learned about whatever this Ten of Swords is about, okay? Now you know how to avoid this practically. So Hanged Man, all about enlightenment, all about looking at it, observing, and gaining knowledge and enlightenment because of this. Your oracle dex is yin, so again, this is a time of self-love, and I'm not saying that lightly. This is really a time of where you're focusing and should be focusing on yourself, filling up your own cup, understanding what you love to do. I think this is a great time, if you don't know what you love to do, to experiment, to figure out hobbies, to do things that you used to like and see if you still enjoy it, whether it's arts, crafts, whether it's some sort of exercise or routine in your life, whether it's speaking to certain people or having memberships in something. I don't know, like I'm just seeing this. I feel like you're just doing things that empower you, and this is very beautiful because this yin energy says that the more that you put out into the world, like the more that you love to do whatever it is that you're doing, work, whatever, I can list a million things, the more love you're radiating, the more love that comes back to you. So this is good for your relationships and love life if you're concerned about that. Most importantly, the card that comes after the yin card is chaos and conflict. Now, you might look at this and think, what the hell? Like, what? I don't need any more chaos. This is actually more about revealing to yourself your true colors. Like, I think, yeah, for some of you, like, I am getting a little bit of like nostalgia, or maybe how you treated yourself in the past, or how people treated you. There's something a little bit like, I'm hearing poorly. Like, I think that there's a little bit of the energy that comes up with the zebra, as you can see here, is that black and white is usually about the conditioning, that armor we put on against the world because we've been hurt, and that's how we were conditioned to be very strict. Maybe you didn't give yourself love because, again, there was a lack of it. There's a lack of something here. So now that you're doing something that really makes you feel good, and you're learning more about, you know, self-love and abundance and manifestation, most likely changing your vibration so that you are able to attract what it is that you desire, this is what's causing chaos and conflict. This is just a card of self-discovery. Could it mean that the things around you are going to start changing because your energy that you're radiating is going to change? Yes. And in fact, that might be exactly what's happening. With the Chariot here, you guys could just be doing things very unexpected, or things around you could be happening in a very unexpected way. But one thing is, I feel like you already saw this coming because of how you are becoming enlightened, Sagittarius. So your view of the world is changing, your view of yourself is changing, your view of your past is changing. Instead of it being something that you still feel, you're able to empathize with that past self because you are understanding that that's no longer you see? So chaos and conflict, yes, things around you are going to start shifting and changing. You do a 3 of Cups and a 4 of Wands. There is some sort of celebration. There is definitely going to be some community, friendships, all right, or just gatherings coming up for you guys around this time. It's going to make you feel very happy, very, very happy indeed. This can also just be a celebration of some kind, like achieving what it is that you want and desire here, actually. So whether you've just launched something, whether you've just done very well at something, the 4 of Wands is a milestone. So this is really good, and make sure you celebrate any milestones that you guys could be celebrating at this time, or someone could be celebrating. Could be a birthday coming up, all right, or just could be just some success. 3 of Cups, community and friendships. 4 of Wands, community. It's usually about like an engagement. So some of you could be celebrating someone else's positive news or your own. I am going to clarify these cards that come up though for you. Let's look at the Hanged Man and the 10 of Swords for Sagittarius. 10 of Swords again. Definitely an ending. Like, that is old news. Like, whatever happened there is completely gone. But again, like, I'm stuttering. Let me calm down. That that 7 of Pentacles, Sagittarius, is like, again, what has ended is that part of yourself. What is still alive is everything that you have planted in that time. So you've learnt a lot. That's what I'm trying to pick up on here. Like a seed, those seeds were planted, those lessons were learned ages ago, but it's only now that you're able to really see the impact that that had on you. So 7 of Pentacles, keep working on some things here, keep looking and giving yourself grace to whatever this ending was. 7 of Pentacles, that you will receive like a really good outcome because of the things that you've been through. The Hanged Man, please. The Moon. Very interesting. It could be, again, like you're in some deep emotions here when it comes down to your past. All right. Felt a bit lost in the past, maybe very emotional, like because it felt like you were kind of drowning in this energy. As you can see, everything that surrounded you was emotional, or, you know, again, kind of feeling out of control of your circumstance. That's what it really does feel like. So the Hanged Man, you're able to see something differently. And again, she's kind of in a different environment now to be able to see something differently. Yeah. For your Swords, you could be looking at old pains and now you're able to cut ties. If you're ever wanting to do it, Sagittarius, if you feel called to doing this after I say it, really good way of doing something is meditating and kind of looking at your past self and having that conversation and freeing it of certain emotions and things that played with your heart, things that you were attached to that maybe didn't work out very well, you know, certain things that played a part in some sort of heartache and pain. All right, because I think that you can give yourself that in this moment. And they do say that your past self is still existing somewhere. It's all the timeline. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles is usually like a lack perspective. And the 6 of Wands, I feel like this is something that's changed for you. I think you kept yourself to yourself and now you're becoming a lot more like open to people. You're becoming a lot more successful because of what you are not sacrificing, but what you're open to. Four of Pentacles is a very like kept to itself energy, whether it's a comfort zone and now you're coming out of that and you will be successful with that, or whether it's to do with financial struggles, you're coming out of that too. Okay, let's clarify the celebration. What is the celebration in regards to? Could be an earth sign, but it could just be in terms of your money. You could be feeling very good. This is somebody who's able to afford a luxury. So you could actually find yourself in a higher position. All right, that could be what's changing. Better financial position, or you could be celebrating news of somebody else. Could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. Five of Wands, this feels like whatever you're achieving was very difficult. Five of Wands is usually about competition and conflict, kind of similar to this. So it's taken a while to get to this stage, but somebody's going to be very successful. Again, either you or somebody else. Let's clarify the chaos and conflict card. 10 of Wands, it's that baggage. You're releasing that baggage. You're letting go of the things that were imprinted on you, embedded into you, limited beliefs. You're removing what has covered you up. I'm almost seeing it as clothes. Like you could be finding yourself being more comfortable, being vulnerable. And maybe that's just what it is here, because you're kind of unpacking something. And yin, 9 of Wands. Interesting, because the yin is about self-love. 9 of Wands is now about boundaries. And I think that you have a big heart, Sagittarius, and that's why it's coming through. I think maybe you put a lot of people first. I do believe you've been through a lot of pain when it comes down to people with your heart, all right? And that may have stiffened you, or, made you a bit detached and cold. But 9 of Wands is saying that you're ready to open yourself. It's like an on guard energy. So it's not completely trusting, not completely going to look over anything, but you're more willing to be open for the next that comes. So this is very lovely. And again, you're protecting your peace. I think there's no more like saying yes for the sake of saying yes, to be nice and to be kind. I really do believe you have your boundaries when it comes down to where your heart goes and how much of it you give to people. So I think you're more able to speak up for yourself. So by the way, like that's a big thing to do, especially if you were a people pleaser or came from situations where you kind of had to be like that. You're actually finding your true colors, and it's not bad. Like you have a very healthy balance of love and loving beautiful energy and knowing when to use it and when not. You can read through people very easily nowadays. Sagittarius, your keyword for the week is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So again, your view of challenges are a lot different now. You're looking at it as lessons, or your affirmation this week should be to do with that. Look at you. We have coins coming through for you, Sagittarius, so money will be coming to you. You have teapot here, deep friendship with someone of the same sex, so some of you could again be more open to friendships at this time. You have family wishes coming true, so again there could be some happiness in the family or people around you. You have cobweb. This says protected from negative forces beyond your control. All right, there could be some significance around somebody who was born in July or something that happened in July. And goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And in your case, I think it's both. All right. Anyway, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Just remember, you do have this on the bottom of the deck. So the wild is your oyster here, Sagittarius. Go and co-create it. You are completely capable of manifesting what it is that you desire, but make sure that it's divinely yours. You can see here, the egg is now adapted to who you are and who you are becoming. All right. So the universe is listening. Be specific about what you want and desire and let them bring it to you. All right, you have your own egg. So yeah, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. If you liked, let me know down below how it resonated with you. Make sure you like and subscribe if you wish. And I hope to see you guys here next week with me. All right.